Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk.
Hey y'all, let's talk.
Let's talk single and saved.
Let's talk
And this
about
is going to be a part 3, must be, because we had one with the ladies, one with the men, and now we got them all together.
Yeah.
So let's talk today. Welcome my girls and my guys.
These are snacks.
Y'all are snacks.
And these
girls.
men
Y'all
are
look
good.
good.
Thank you.
Y'all look good, debonair and stuff going
Appreciate
on.
it.
What
Thank
in
you.
the
Sunday
debonair
best.
going on here today? I just really thank God for y'all. Look, we just gonna get right to it.
Right
honey.
to it.
Okay, I want to talk about this whole thing about being single and saved. And I want to ask you, Tim, is there something that you would say to a single girl right now that you would think would be a good advice for her?
Yes. I would say pray and be in that word.
Wow.
Amen.
Wow. So that's what you're looking for, huh, Tim?
Yes.
Oh, my God, because you told us on y'all last segment you ready to get married.
Married.
Now, you ready now, ain't you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my
What,
God.
makes a
Go ahead,
woman?
brother. Ready.
Okay. Tim, what makes a woman equally yoked to you?
Ooh,
That's nice.
Nice. Talk to us nice.
You got that?
And we
Let me
made
hear
it.
this.
You got that?
Do you have it? You need help?
No,
Send your
no.
application.
Send
to Let's
application
Talk.
to
Need
Tell
help?
us got to go through
Yeah.
those applications.
Yes.
Sunday's best.
So you want to answer that question?
yes, I definitely will
need
answer
help?
that question.
Come
Okay.
on, ask
Don't
for
need
Oh,
help.
look at it. It's asking if you need help, Tim. The ladies ask
You need help?
No.
Let me sit up on this.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sit up, brother Tim. What's the sitting up going
So
on?
for me,
Yes.
for that woman, God has to show her something. Not in the physical realm, in the spiritual realm. So she just can't have just a natural eye. She have to have the spiritual eyes, the spiritual ears.
Wow.
And she have to have the spiritual mouth. That means you walk it, you live it, you talk it, you believe in it.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
Wow.
All
Well,
right.
I
Yes.
think that's just about answering my question. So let me
Yes.
just put this question all around right now. This question right here. What about sex?
Ooh.
Yeah. What about sex while you're dating? Is that something y'all believe is
No.
what
No.
is it
No.
be?
No,
ma'am.
No, not at all.
Don't do it.
Do not, because it will contaminate the relationship.
Yes.
And even let's say if that is someone that God is saying that's for you,
Right.
and y'all make that choice to have sex,
Uh-huh.
the promises are already canceled out because it's already
Dead.
contaminated. So it just
That's
technically
right.
ruins it. All the plans that God has for you with that particular person,
Wow.
it just ruins it.
So
Wow.
you don't think you can get it back? You don't think even though y'all made that mistake of having sex, you don't think y'all two can come together, ask for forgiveness, and then make a choice not to do it again?
Yes.
You don't think God would bring
Yeah.
that
Yes.
plan
I think
back?
Yes, I believe you
If-
would.
if-
I think
if-
you
you
can.
can.
If
Yeah.
y'all
Believe- then you have to be equally yoked.
Equally
Yes.
yoked.
Right,
Yes,
right.
Yes,
Okay.
I
yes,
do believe
it's
that.
true. So I remember one time, Genova, I heard you talk about how it fogs your mind's
It
cloud.
does. It clouds your judgment.
Ooh, my
It
goodness.
clouds your judgment. It makes you emotionally insane
Ah.
when you
Ooh,
up
wow.
here
That's deep.
sexing up. That was good, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yes, that was good. When you up here sexing up
Yeah,
before
music.
marriage in the dating phase, you're never going to get past just the dating phase, and you're going to be stuck in just some mess because all you want is a feeling, to feel good, and that is it. Like, you're never going to get past the dating phase.
Okay, Terrence, I got a question for you.
Whoa. Whoa.
Talk to me. I'm
Because,
ready.
see, I love Terrence's
Terrence is a
maturity.
mess.
And all y'all mature, but I want to hear this one. Okay, so what if scenario, you have a woman that you feel that is equally yoked to you. Y'all speak, communicate well, y'all hang out, y'all got the same kind of personality. But then she decides that she wants to have sex now
Nah, shit.
in the relationship.
What you
Kind
gonna
of hard, son, ain't
What
it?
you gonna do when they
Because
come
see,
for
this vice
you?
versa. Usually it's the man go first. Usually the man go first. I gotta be real. A man, we as men, we probably jump the gun first. You know what I mean? The CEO female. Now if she wanted, actually I can answer that because that's happened to me before. Now if she wants it, you got as a man to know that you don't want to mess it up. You
Right.
don't want to mess
Yeah.
up the work that y'all got between y'all, the growth that you got between y'all. You're gonna have to sit her down and be like, nah, we gonna have to, we have to slow down. We can go out. Let's go out to eat or something. Oh, you know, they love to go out to eat. You know what I mean? You never know what they want.
Yes.
Never know what they want, but want to go. Never know what they want, but they go. But to answer your question, you would have to sit them down and be like, nah, we won't mess it up. As a real man, a man of God, he would tell her, no, that would mess us up right now. We need to keep being patient. It's going, the grace is going to be good for the journey. So we go, at the end of it, it can be worth it. So don't mess it up now. I would just say that right there. Don't mess it up.
Keep your stance.
Yes.
Wow.
It doesn't
That's
matter
right.
what the other person say, feel, whatever. Keep your stance, because I believe most men respect that. They may
Yeah.
play like they don't,
Yeah.
but I believe that they do. Even same thing as vice versa. If a woman keep their stance, men, y'all would like
I'm
that.
gonna respect it.
Yeah,
Y'all respect that?
definitely respect
I'm
that.
just saying.
Real one.
Like, just keep your stance, because even if that person doesn't respect that decision, then God will place somebody else there. He'll remove that
Yes,
person
he
out the way.
will.
And he'll replace
Yes.
somebody else there that
Wow,
is going to
yes,
respect
he will.
your decision in that matter.
So all of you want a saved person in y'all life.
Yes,
Yes.
that's mandatory.
But where I'm at right now,
Uh,
yes.
A truly
Period.
saved person.
Whoa.
Yes.
A true.
Oh,
A real
you better
relationship.
come on
Here,
Jeremy
believe.
saying something. Some people say they saved. You said they
Yeah,
saved.
the word, you can say it.
Cap
like
it.
when you get cap
They
it.
cap us.
You can say it like it's a word like getting saved is just a word of mouth, like you know what I mean. But it's a part of living it. You know what I mean? Because we gonna all get. God, I give my life to you. Are you gonna live it
Your
though?
heart at though.
Wow.
Yeah,
Right.
You
Yes.
actually believe that He can carry you through this. Like He gonna be
Right.
able to walk you through your Christian life, being saved, celibate, sticking with Him by faith, by your walk. You know what I mean? Like you being consumed by every fire that He can probably put in you. You know what I mean? So it's just about that part, about actually saying, living that saved life, not
So-
just saying it.
So guys, I want to ask you: is it hard?
So yeah,
Is it hard
it's
not
horrible.
sexing when you know you're saved?
I believe once you establish that relationship with God, your mind really doesn't go there,
Okay.
because you're establishing God. So God is basically your fix.
Look who had their hand up. Look
So
at
it
I wanted to get it out. I wanted to get it out.
It
I wanted
depends
to
on
get it
where
out.
you're
I
at.
wanted
It
to get it
depends
out.
on where you're at.
It
If
depends-
you're not there and you're still kind of,
Uh-huh.
and we all been there before,
Correct.
then I can see how it can be hard. But I can say for me, starting out, yes, it was hard.
Yes,
Very.
yes.
It was hard. But as I built my relationship with God, then it became something like, okay,
It doesn't matter.
right.
Right.
It,
It's not
it
even
just
about-
doesn't.
it's
It
not
doesn't
even
matter.
Wow.
Not just that. Another thing you got to do too is you can't give the devil no room to tempt you.
Let me
So
throw this
you
mic.
can't- you cannot
Throw
put
the
yourself
shoe.
in
Throw
those
the
predicaments.
shoe at
Like
you.
me, one thing, and being honest about it, I would say it, but I wouldn't live it.
Oh.
But I realized I used to
Next question.
put
Yeah.
myself in places that I know good and well I should not be.
Right.
So
That's
you
what
got
it
to
is.
you got to change your whole thinking, and you got to change your surroundings, whom you talking to, whom you hanging with. So the people who I used to talk to, hang with, if I know they doing something that I'm trying to get free of and remain free
Right.
of, I got to go somewhere else.
That's right.
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 So you got to figure out what can you substitute. For me, playing the keyboard, going to the gym, playing with my son, working on the car, racing. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
You got to find something else that takes up that space, because if you don't, you're giving the devil that open opportunity to play with your mind.
Yes.
So you saying like don't invite the person to your house and y'all sitting on the couch watching
Yeah, no.
Never
Ain't no
know.
Netflix
I'm-
and
I'm-
chilling.
I'm-
You know you can't handle it.
Do that.
Ain't no Netflix
Yeah.
and chilling. No.
It depends on the person.
You
It
got
depends
that.
on where you're
It
at.
depends on
Don't
the
come over
person.
here.
It depends
Don't
on
come
the
over
person.
here.
it depends on their
depends on the
maturity.
Right, their maturity level.
But the
Okay.
biggest thing that I realize is in this whole thing, it depends on where you want to be at in God. You're not going to want to risk that if you're really trying to build that relationship with God.
Very
And
true.
not just that, if you say you really saved and all that kind of stuff, you got to look at the damage that you're causing to the ministry also.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Pretty
Yes.
deep.
You
Yes.
just got to
Bring
look
them
at all
spirits.
of it.
Whole ball game
Right.
there.
Don't bring them spirits in here.
That's
So
a
I got a
whole
question.
nother-
I got wait a minute. Missy said don't do what, Missy?
Don't bring Them spirits
Talk to him, sis.
That's right, girl.
in here.
No, hey, you gotta
I
say
like when
in
she
ya.
said
Don't
that,
bring
in
him
ya.
ya. Don't
That
bring
sound
him
like
in
the
ya.
preacher
Don't bring them in my house.
bring 'em in
Don't
ya.
bring them in my house. Don't bring them in my ministry. Don't bring them to the car. Don't bring them.
Don't bring him to the soul.
I got a
Keep that-
question.
keep that
I got a
there.
question for the men, and I got a question for the ladies.
All right
Ooh.
now.
Okay, so well, ladies, do you feel that a lot of saved men don't live what they say?
Yes.
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 Vice
Okay.
versa, and vice
And
versa.
vice versa, yes.
I
Right.
want to know
It's the
if
same.
the
It's
men
on both.
feel
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
definitely
women
both
don't
sides.
live up to what they're saying.
I'll say this certain.
Okay.
Because I can't. I'll say yes. But if I say yes, I mean I'm entitling all females,
Fact,
which
yeah.
is wrong
Yeah,
because
that's
all of
true.
them not the same.
Right.
So
Right.
I'll say some. Some are not living the
The way
virtuous women
Isn't that
lifestyle.
Proverbs 31?
They're not living that lifestyle. They're not living that lifestyle.
Fronting on Sunday.
So,
Yeah.
so
Raise
when
the hell on Monday.
so
In the club on
Oh,
Saturday.
no, Sunday afternoon.
Oh, yeah, we got
vibes.
to
After church.
Ooh, I got another question I've been wanting to ask. What about, I heard about a club here where Christians are going to the club.
Oh, the church club.
Well, we ain't
I
gonna
heard
say
about
no
it.
names.
It's a
I don't wanna
club.
say
I
no
heard
We ain't gonna say
about
no
it.
I
name,
can't say
but
No, we
No
can't
names.
say
I
names,
can't say
but
names.
I heard about it.
The whole praise and worship
So-
team in there.
The praise and worship
The finance
team is in
committee.
the club.
The nursing committee.
The usher board.
The hospitality, the whole kitchen committee.
well, we're just
What
gonna leave. I think we
is
should
the
just leave that
Christian
right
club?
there.
Yeah,
I think we
yeah,
should
yeah,
leave that.
yeah,
Leave that on the
yeah,
table. We're
yeah,
gonna leave that right there. We're gonna
Next
leave that right
question.
Just
there.
say no names.
We're gonna leave that right there. I think we should leave that right
Leave that
there.
right there.
Leave that right
No,
there on
I
the
wanna
table.
get to, do y'all think that is? I think it's not a bad idea now
It's not.
to have a place where singles can come and enjoy.
Enjoy.
I would say Christian music, as long
See,
as
that's
there's
the
no.
thing. There's a difference between that. See,
Right.
When
Yeah,
you say
it is.
club, we only say Christian club because all the Christian people go there.
Right.
all
Oh,
So you only say that
Right.
because of that reason. But it's the thing of the way I'm gonna give you all the transparent. I'm not. You know what I mean? Because I know we talk about God, but
Right.
if we're going to talk about this topic,
Yeah.
it's the way you think about it, okay?
way you
We're
think
just
about it.
going to enjoy ourselves. This is a place where ain't no shouting, putting them up, putting them down. We ain't
Yeah.
none of that. Ain't no speaking in tongues. This is where I can chill with my brother and my sister, and we can just sit and trip. You listen to good, and the thing is live music. It's live.
It's live music.
It's live music. We chilling. We just vibing. That's one of the things about
Good food.
this new age thing. We vibing. That's what catch your vibes. Your vibes gotta be right. It's something that does that for them. It is
Yeah, but
comfortability is where it's at.
Yeah,
You know,
but
just
you don't
knowing
wanna,
that
you
I'm
don't want to
schooling.
cross the line when
Right.
it comes to your Christianity and your stance with the Lord as a Christian.
Right.
Now, I can see if you don't claim Christianity and you have allowed this to be a place that is not per se Christian.
And here's the thing with that: these words are being taught and lived differently. That the word
Wow.
Christian
right.
is
Yes.
dangerous. The word saved is dangerous. The reason
It
why I
is.
say that is because the way they live it, the way they're taught about it. We can be taught
Right.
that Christianity is this way.
Right.
Somebody else can be taught at another church.
That you can do
Christianity
this.
is okay with this
Correct.
right
This and
here,
that.
that right there,
Correct.
dip and dive that.
Oh.
I mean, they think it's okay because shoot, if I can just chill with my pastor at the club that I'm going to,
The
or if I can
pastor.
chill
Not the
with,
pastor.
I can chill with the praise and worship leader. I can chill with the drummer here. I can chill with the deacon. If I can chill with y'all outside of here in them vibes, where exactly is my Christianity going to stand at?
Wow.
You know what I mean? Your Christianity has a question mark. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it can be
Ooh, I see
varied up and down. You can be swayed.
good there.
With, you know what I mean? So these words, it's different. We can say it about what it is, but
Yeah.
it's all about, like we say, we all talk about we got to live it.
Hey.
It's just different.
So guys, you guys don't think that you can have a place where Christians mingle? Not when I say mingle, I mean fellowship together. It doesn't have, like you said, to have the put them down music and still be in alignment with God.
As long as they
You
got good
can.
intentions.
I think you
As long
can.
as they got good
Can.
intentions.
I think
Yeah,
I think it's a whole thing of like I've never been to the club that they're referring to.
Uh-huh.
I've never heard of a Christian club. I didn't,
I don't know.
I,
I
I got
I
here.
don't know the name of it.
I
so
personally
much.
think it's a good idea,
think
but
it's
I
a
just
good-
don't.
It's how they do
I
it.
just-
It's how
Yeah,
it's
it's
been.
how
Fine
you
line between
Yeah.
compromising. Like you can't come and still want to be in the world and do what the world says do, but still call yourself a Christian.
Right.
I don't care
Right.
who's teaching what. That's in the Bible. It clearly defines how you're supposed to conduct yourself
That's
as a
true.
Christian.
That's true.
So when
Very
these
true.
pastors come out here and water down what the Bible is saying,
It's true.
now they're setting traps for these young single women
It's
and
very
men.
true.
So
Very
like,
true.
I feel like we can, go to the club or hang out, have a Christian social club, what you want to call it. But
Right.
you don't have to put yourself in a predicament, as you say, positions and predicaments to compromise. Why you gotta listen to all kind of booty shaking music? Why you trying to go in there and find some music that can be like,
That's
nice,
true.
That's
jazzy
very
or whatever
true.
music,
Yeah.
or music
Or
that's not
drinking.
sexual. It's not even
That's
about
right.
the beat. It's about the words what you're listening to.
That's right.
Correct.
And also, wouldn't I wouldn't want to sell alcoholic
Right,
beverages.
that's
They sell
compromising. That's
alcohol?
putting yourself in a
I've never been
position
there, so I
to
don't know
open that door. Why would
Yeah,
you want
we
to do
don't-
that in
we
Christ
don't
for
know
Christian?
nothing
about
about
that.
that.
I don't know.
Nah, I ain't never been. I don't know
I'm
nothing
just
about
saying
that.
that if I
Talking
had a Christian club, I would not want to sell alcoholic beverages.
See,
Right.
the thing about that is, it just depends on the person, because at the end of the day, they're looking at it as a business also.
Wow.
So you just can't
Right.
look at it from a spiritual aspect. You got to look at it from a natural aspect.
Okay,
But
I
you
got
can't compromise, bro. You can't compromise because of no
You're
business.
not supposed to
Okay,
compromise.
you're not
That's what I'm
But
saying.
In the world of
Right.
business, some people are going to
Yeah,
compromise.
because it's just
Yeah,
ain't just
it's
for
about
Christians.
the
about the
money.
We call it. We saying it's a
It's
Christian
not
They
about
ain't
club.
thinking
Christian
about the
people.
who-
Yeah,
But
we
you-
saying it's a Christian
who's
club, but at
owning
the
that
same
club?
time, it's a public place. This is anybody can walk in here.
Wow.
So we
True.
can't. We
It's
only
not even
saying
a
that
club,
because
it's a
what
lounge.
we only
lot
say,
of
to be
Christians
completely
go
honest.
there.
Yeah, we certain people we know go there. They're
It's go
Christians,
there.
and they go there. That's why we say it. It's not really at a Christian so-called club. It ain't
Okay,
nothing like
okay.
that.
I've
This is
never
a
been.
public place
Okay.
where everybody can go and enjoy themselves. It's just that certain Christian people just decide
Oh,
to
so it's
go
not an
there.
actual
So
club.
it's
No,
not
it's
an
not
actual
an
It's a
actual
club.
club.
It's just a
Wow.
lounge.
Yes, it's a lounge. It's
Wow.
not like
Yeah,
nothing
it's
like
a
that.
lounge.
Like we putting God first, and it gets a cross on here. Only Christians are allowed. No, it ain't nothing like that. Well, good vibes are allowed. Good attitudes are allowed. This is what they're. This is like you said. It's a
It's
business.
a business.
Yeah,
okay.
you know what I mean. You
Because
know,
I had heard it. I said I was going to ask you guys, did y'all hear
didn't hear
about
that
that?
This ain't the club. This ain't no rah rah. This ain't what I mean trap music type thing.
No.
This is straight
Okay.
It's good
Grown
live, old
people.
soul music.
Okay, I got you.
grown. That's
I got
a
you.
understand
I got
what
you.
you're doing.
Well, I would say this. In that case, then, that's the case, and you know that you're not strong enough to be around
you
that.
going
there?
Why
There we
are
go.
you there?
Oh,
Right.
You
my
might be.
goodness.
You might just be going for the good. Some people like live
Again,
bands.
if
Some-
you're not strong enough to be around that, why are you there?
Well,
She
that
has a
means-
point.
Because that
She
goes
has
back
a
to what
point.
you
That's true,
said as
so
far
that-
as surrounding
but
yourself.
But that means you can only stay home, because what you see
No.
in that lounge, you can see everywhere.
Yeah.
That's true.
You gonna see
You
that.
see that
You
in
can.
grocery
That's like saying when you
store.
go in the store, you're not gonna see half
Yeah.
naked women.
Yeah, because some Christian music, y'all, I don't even know if it's a Christian.
Right.
song.
They got Christian
I
rap.
don't know if it's
Some
a
of it's
Christian
Christian
rap. I
rap.
don't know.
You got Christian rap music being produced by the same people who's making the number
Very
one
true.
trap music.
There we go.
It's the
Ooh.
same
You are
thing.
so right.
It just
Right.
depends on you.
This
as
is the industry.
It's a person.
And it goes back to that word, that Christian word, that one word.
Wow.
It goes back to that, because you can be a Christian, but it's all about the way you walk. It's all about
way you live.
you. It's
Yeah.
all about you. It's that self thing. Just like Sister Ashley was saying, it's all about you. It's on how you gonna take it. That maturity level of yourself,
That's your
what you
spirit.
can contain, what you can say no to, what you know that you're supposed to be doing.
So do
Right.
you guys just listen just to gospel music?
No.
only?
No.
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 I'm gonna be honest.
No.
Me
Yeah.
and my brother had this conversation last night.
Oh,
I told him from a musician standpoint, I have to listen to a whole lot more music, not the rap music, because it helps your creativity.
Yeah.
But currently right now, do I listen to other music besides Christian music? No. No, I don't. I don't listen to the radio.
Well, I know I like live bands, so if there's, I will go someplace that has a live band.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
this, you have to have some
Something
type
like
of
that.
balance. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can.
do have
You
that
can
balance.
definitely.
Yes.
It depends on what you take. What can you handle? Goes back to what
Exactly.
Snoopy
Correct.
said. What can you handle? I love live bands. I love it. So I do listen. I listen to jazz. I listen to all of that. I listen to gospel as well.
Right.
But if you know you can't handle that,
Why you
then
listening
no,
to
you
all?
just
Don't
stick
go.
to what
Yeah.
you know gonna stick to get until you get to that place of maturity level, to where you
Exactly.
you can handle other things outside of that.
Yeah, you do have to be careful though
Yes.
what goes in your ear
Yeah.
gate.
Yep.
What you listen to, what you look at. You have to be careful. And it is an individual thing where you have to be able to say, okay, is this glorifying God in any way, taking me outside of where
That's right.
I'm supposed to be? Because
That's right.
there is some music that when I heard of Terrence, we know this person, was saying that when he listened at a certain song by a certain artist,
Yep.
he really got through listening at it and he wanted to actually go out and get a gun and shoot somebody. He
Wow.
kept hearing a voice tell him, you know, go shoot this person after listening to this music. So that tells me that music does play a part. We got to be real
It does.
careful
Very
at what
careful.
we're listening to and making sure that what's going in
That's
our
right.
ear gate is going to really affect us in our livelihood.
Because you know Satan was the minister of
The
music.
minister.
Yeah, oh,
So
yeah. Go,
so
girl.
so him being the minister of music, what's the first thing he's going to affect? Is the music. I was listening to the radio the other day and came at a radio station, gospel radio station, and they do the little mix at 5, you know.
Uh-huh.
And boy, it was playing. All I want to do is like,
Oh, yeah, that's what something
you know, I'm like, wait a minute,
Doing the
am I
bop.
listening
Doing the
to
bop.
gospel? I'm listening to rap, and I got confused. I turned the station to make sure I was on the right station.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh, this
You had it
is
right.
gospel music.
So for singles, this might be a little difficult sometimes because, you know, of course you do want that balance. And you don't want to always be like, you know, now I'm telling you, some
Holy
people say
roller.
you're being too,
Yeah.
too
Too
much, yeah,
Too
too
holy
churchy
roller.
and too
Yeah.
deep
It
and all this
depends.
kind of stuff. So
That is one thing I'm not gonna lie. Lord have mercy.
That'll kill
I
everything.
can't stand that. If we gonna talk about
Lord.
single people, let me tell y'all.
Listen up.
From a man, for females, do not be too much of a holy roller when you can't.
Please don't.
I can't chill with you as a female to the point where
Yeah,
it's that the
that's-
Lord dares to do that.
That's too much for me.
Yeah, you got to go. You got to go now.
Yeah, that's a little,
Bro, I'm
that's
not
a
even
little
gonna talk
deep. That's
to
a
you.
Yeah,
little
we
deep.
can't even have a simple
That's
conversation
a
without
little
you
deep.
mentioning the Lord. I don't.
Lord,
yeah.
the Lord.
Yeah, everything the Lord. I don't want that. I want a balance.
Right.
I want a balance.
Yeah.
Can we chill and have a
Has to be a
conversation,
balance.
just a regular one?
That's a little
You know what I
deep.
mean? So I think as for a man, certain men, when it comes to certain females, or when it comes to guys being truly saved, we're gonna say that. You know what I mean? It is that point. We don't come to me with the holy roller stuff. Don't come to me, and then don't come to me only compromising the word for you.
Yes.
Because I've known,
Now that's
dealt with females that only
I'm telling
compromise
you.
the word for themselves.
You know the Bible says, blah, blah, blah.
Good.
I think
Correct.
you
So,
preaching
Missy,
Don't do
what
tomorrow.
do you
Don't do
think
that.
about that? Would you like to date a guy that all he talked about
About the Lord?
y'all eating French fries and your
French
hamburger, and he talking about
the Lord.
the
I
Lord.
said the Lord. I heard the Lord say.
Thou should not eat that with ketchup.
Right.
The Bible.
It came off the vine.
The Bible.
No.
They
Please
are
don't.
hilarious.
Did you pray about that piece of
You,
meat before
you have to have that.
Right.
you
No,
have to
don't-
have that balance because
don't
if
do
not,
that.
you will push them away.
Yeah.
You will.
It's
Yeah.
vice versa. You would
Yeah.
literally push them away to where, okay, part of them probably like, I want to know God. And then when you start being deep, like, nah, I don't want to know the God you got because that's just way,
That's too much.
that's just too much. So you have to have that balance.
You have to.
Right.
And just know when to cut things off.
Right.
Like,
Yes.
just be sensitive. Just know.
Wow.
But you know the
So-
crazy thing about that is, it's hard for you to have that balance if you don't know who you are.
Correct.
Yes, that was about to say
Ooh,
correct.
ooh,
That's
that's
right.
good.
It depends on the
If
person.
you-
In my
You
messy
know-
voice,
If you don't,
correct.
if
Correct.
you don't
Right.
know who you are,
Yeah, bro.
It
and
depends
you-
on the
you're not
person.
gonna-
Bro.
You're not gonna have that balance, and that's what I learned at the age of 29 this year, 2021 in January. We was on a 21-day fast. I realized everything that I dealt with previously was because I wasn't 100% sure on who I was. So when God started teaching me, showing me, dealing with me who I was, it seemed like everything in life clicked automatically.
Wow.
It will.
You better come.
So
will.
my understanding of not
Ooh.
my understanding of the word
Better
dating
click.
changed. My understanding of the word being able to wait changed.
Ooh, yes.
My understanding of being lust free change.
No.
You better declare your freedom.
So
right on
it's
this
like
stage, boy.
the choices that I choose to make willingly,
Willingly.
it changed my
keyword.
whole life.
Come
You
on,
better
brother
keyword.
B.
Keyword.
brother.
Yes,
King.
Get him a towel.
I don't know
Right,
what's going on.
right.
I think we got someone who's
Come
going
on,
to preach in
Sister
the
Miss.
morning.
Yes, Bishop.
Yes,
Come on,
sir.
sister.
Come on.
What-
Well, I remember
What was
somebody
the-
was talking
what was
about
the
What was the question?
concise. Who
And
said the thing
cut
about
throat.
concise? What was it, Missy?
Cut like
Better
Billy
come on,
Joel.
said,
Girl.
Cutthroat and clear.
You want to
Clear,
be.
it was clear, cut, and concise.
That's the kind of man you said needs to be
Yes.
approaching the women, right?
Period.
Period.
Come on.
But I got a
Capital T
question.
at the end. Period.
I got a question about that.
What's your
Oh,
question?
got
What's
it.
up?
Don't gang up on her now.
Right, 'cause we right here. We
Don't
ready.
do
Look,
that.
look at Miss turn around her chin now.
Can I relax for one
ready.
second?
You relax, but I'm just
I'm
gonna
My
eat.
question
Walk
is, when you're
light.
finding a guy, do you want a guy to already be like that, or that's somebody you want to grow with together? So y'all journey will be different. Because the difference is when you find a man that's already like that, there is no journey of growing. Because he's already grown to a
Yeah.
certain.
But that's a
So
good
do you want to
question,
grow
though.
together with the
That's a
journey, or
good
you want him
question.
to already come to you at a 90% already prepared? It's a difference. In the chemistry.
I
it'd be
mean, there's a
different.
difference, but at the same time, at the same there is a difference. You're right. You are very correct. There is a difference, but at the same time, yeah, I do want you to come to me clear cut and concise. You need to know what it is that you want. I'm not going to tell you what you want. That's wasting my time.
Come on.
You need to know what you want. You need to be upfront and honest in the beginning, like the Bible's in the beginning. You need to be you need to be cutthroat. You need to be upfront and concise. You need to be specific on what you want. All of that needs to come in the forefront. Now, when it gets to the journey, that journey is for us to experience together. That's why it's a journey. That's why you date with intention.
You better
Come on
you
here.
better
Look up the word intention or intentions.
Now,
Yeah,
what if
look
a
it up.
guy-
Deliberate.
What if a guy has been raised differently?
That's
He's
fine.
not used to dealing with a woman of that caliber. So what happens is men and women, we make an assumption.
Correct.
I'm making this assumption that as a woman at the age of 30, I make the assumption that you should know how to cook. You should know how to clean. You should
But
know how to
you
iron
can't,
clothes.
though.
But yeah,
But
that's
that-
a real
that comes-
serious
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
right
but
now.
that
That's
So
real
what I
serious
realize
now,
is-
ladies.
Yeah.
When
Gotta
I'm talking to
be
you
honest about that.
and we're dating, I have to
microwave
realize
manure.
that I have
Gotta
to
be honest.
look at you for who you are and where you are in your life right now.
That is correct.
And the
I should be able to
professor
see you
going
where
in.
you are right now, and you should be able to see me where I am right now. But that goes back to what Apostle said, getting to know a person.
Yeah,
when you're
yes.
in those first
Yes,
couple months,
yes.
I would say first 3 months, you should already know that person's childhood, how their mother raised them, because these are the conversations. If you're going to sit on the phone for
Yeah,
hours,
right.
these are the
Right.
conversations
Real talk.
that y'all need to have. If you know within the first 2 months that I don't know how to cook,
Uh,
then you should be able to say, hey,
I gotta know
something-
that day one, bro.
this is
I
the
gotta know
cut,
that day
but this
one.
is the cutthroat
Yeah,
part.
Ben said he got to know that day.
Somebody like
But
you.
you don't,
Day one.
but you don't gotta know how to cook everything. Man, make some eggs
But
and rice,
that-
man. I'm good.
Okay,
You
but
know what I'm
that's
saying?
still
Like-
cooking though. But
Right.
somebody like you, I know you. Somebody like you should be able to say, "Hey, look, little mama, you
No,
don't
no,
know how to
mama, no.
cook."
Hey, bro, you know how to cook? No, all right, cool.
I mean, come with respect.
Yes.
But you should be able to say, "Hey, through these conversations that we've had, it don't look like this. We not on the same page. Like I have to let you know this is not going to work. I've had those conversations.
Yes.
Look, this is what you're doing in your everyday life. It's not working for me. Sorry.
Jesus.
You should.
So
you
let's
have
go
to
to
be
that
able to
thing.
do that.
That's cutthroat.
That's
real.
you know, really.
Jesus,
I love
that
my
just
God,
settled
that
it
just
all
goes back
down.
to that. It's time.
You have-
Yeah.
Time is valuable. If I'm a wait on God, that let me tell you something. If I'm a wait on
Talk to him,
God
sis.
to bring me this person, the desires of my heart, I am not going to waste his time because he's
Come on
preparing
with
me, and I'm not going to waste my time. I have other things to do.
Oh,
Right. Overtime, like I have a business to run, a family to take care of. I'm not going to waste his time, and I'm not going to waste mine.
That's right.
Right.
That's
Y'all
right,
heard what
baby.
she said,
Period.
so-
Period.
I got
That's
to snap
it.
behind that one.
That's
Yeah,
it.
snap behind. I heard what she
That's
said.
that's
We connect. We connect.
You come
You better come on here.
Class.
Concise.
Don't send no DMs. Thank you.
Yeah, right. All right, I got one. So if a man and for female for us too, if you see that they're willing, now if you see if they're willing and they're willing to change and do all the things they need to do, they may not have, like you saying, may not have the guidance that you have had. We all
Right.
been growing up different in the Christian world, so if they didn't have that, push or that person that couldn't help them, that if they dealing with fear, if they, anything, low self-esteem, something like that, because men deal with it too.
We
so
all
you
do.
know what I
Right.
mean. So
We all do.
with that right there, you like you say, you don't want to waste your time. But what if that person doesn't know how the time is, needs to be spent, or that person wants to help, but they didn't know the proper steps.
Well, you said it. It's their will. If you are willing to show me or even to tell me, like, hey, I'm willing to do this. I'm willing to grow. I'm willing to, do better in life, pray more. It's your will. Like we say at work, you either got the skill, it's either your skill or your will. If I know that you have the skills, but you lack the will to do what it is that you know you need to do, I'm not going to waste my time. But if you don't have the skill, because some women and some men, they don't have the skill. But if you have that fire and that will to do it, then that skill can be something that can be learned.
Wow.
Right.
That takes a mature person.
Wow.
That takes a
Correct.
very mature
It
person
takes a very
because
mature
you got
person.
in some instances, you got some women, if a man can't do X, Y, and Z, they don't want to waste
But
their
they got to
time.
stop doing that.
But you got men.
That's vice versa.
There
too.
was
That's
got
what I'm
vice
saying.
versa.
Yeah.
No, but here's the difference of what I experienced. You got a man that will take a broken female and spend all his time, years, with that female because he loves that female. But you got women, if that man don't do this in their time frame,
Vice versa.
that's it. That's
But
it.
That's vice
At
versa.
what
though.
point, what does that time frame? Okay, let's say a woman is there and they're pushing that man. Okay, you say you're willing, but at what point is your breaking point? Do you continue to go 10, 15 years?
Oh,
No.
What
no,
exactly
no,
do you
no,
do?
no,
But that's what
Oh,
happens.
they're talking
That's
about
what
at the very
happens.
beginning.
Yeah,
Y'all
no.
talking about at
Right,
the
though.
very
She right though.
That's
She
So
right.
right.
how long you gonna
She's
continue
right.
with
She's right.
that?
She's right
honestly,
about that.
honestly, you gotta look at. I look at it like this. I'm 29 years old, right? That thing that you tell me I need to change, that's been a habit for 29 years.
You don't want to change.
That's a habit that I got to go back to my childhood and deal with. Not saying it's going to take 29 years, but it ain't going to be a month. It ain't going to be 2 months because at the end of the day, you don't have 24 hours to dedicate to that one issue. Because you got some of us adults, we have kids. So we work 8, 10, 12 hours a day. Then when we get off, we got to rip and run in the streets to be a parent after that. So you don't have 24 hours to deal on that problem. So today you might only have 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes to actually deal with that problem.
But are you going to take those
Right.
5, 10,
But see,
15 minutes
You-
to deal with it?
It depends on the person.
Hold on. Go
My
ahead.
my thing with all of that is right. You having issues and things like that. That's supposed to be dealt with in your single phase before you even try to go out there and date.
True.
You're supposed to be getting yourself prepared to meet somebody. So you can't dump
True.
that in somebody else's lap.
Right.
Man or woman. That's
Gotta
when
go.
your phase of singleness, being in the face
True.
of God, getting all that stuff taken care
That's
of.
right.
So that when
True.
you do get with them, it's not their job to pull you along. Because you
That's
already
right.
have those.
True.
You
That's
already
right.
have those isms
That's
and
right.
schisms dealt
No,
with.
that's true. That's
You
true.
already
That's
have those generational curses dealt with.
Hello.
You'll be there getting in God's face saying, hey, God, what do I have to do to prepare myself to be that husband that you're calling me to be or that wife?
In
It
that
is
order.
not that person's job to come here and fix you.
No.
Right.
Because you can't do
True.
We
That's
don't
right.
get paid to
But-
do that.
Wait on you to get fixed so
right.
long.
And
Or
then
learn
There,
how
are,
to
there are
cook.
some things, and you can see it in 1 Corinthians, the 7th chapter.
Come on.
Read it.
If you read the Message Bible version, it says when you are single, you're to mind the things of the Lord.
right.
That's it.
If you're minding the things of the Lord's going to deal with you. He's really going to help you in those areas. Don't look for a person,
To help.
another human being,
Yes.
to do for you what only God can do.
Right.
That's it.
That's true.
That's
Don't
true.
don't
That's
look
it.
for that. And I think our expectation a lot of times that we think another person is going to make us happy.
Man will
Yeah.
It's
fail
not
you.
about
Temporary,
another person
yes.
Man will fail
making
you.
you happy. It's about you already being
Being
happy
happy.
with the person of
Yes.
God who's in your life.
Yes.
Because he's
Correct.
the only one that can sincerely, wholeheartedly make you happy.
That is
That's
so
true.
That's
Yes.
not another human being's job to do. And I think we're looking for another human being to make us happy.
That's it.
Our happiness should come through our relationship with Jesus, and that we in our own selves are happy about us, loving us. Because you got to love yourself first. Before
Exactly.
you can talk about loving
can't love
somebody else,
nobody else.
you got to love you. I know a lot of people think that's being overly confident, being haughty, but it's not.
It's not.
If you loving you and you secure about you,
Somebody else will love you.
somebody else, and that's something somebody said about my son all the time, that he's very confident, and that's very attractive. It's very attractive
Yes.
to be a confident person, meaning happy in yourself.
Right.
Correct.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? Not being
Amen.
haughty about it. But y'all, they're giving me the signal. Oh my God, for us
We
to
gonna
get
have
it.
to do a
We gonna
part
have to
three.
come
Oh,
back.
we gotta do a
again.
part
I
four.
have
We
another
gotta have a
question.
part
No,
four.
I have
See,
a
they had more
question.
questions and everything. Listen, y'all, we gonna bring them back. But I want to tell y'all something. We talking today,
We talking tomorrow.
but we gonna talk this thing right out.